Within the decaying confines of America's oldest prisons dwell the ghosts of the condemned. These abandoned halls still reverberate with the despair of centuries, whispering tales of violence, insanity, and death. In this episode, we will venture into these forsaken institutions to uncover the chilling truths they conceal. Our first stop is Alcatraz Island, home to the infamous prison that operated from 1934 to 1963. Renowned as one of the most secure facilities in history, Alcatraz housed some of the most notorious criminals, including Al Capone and George Kelly Barnes, aka Machine Gun Kelly. But it was also here that many prisoners mysteriously perished. One such case was that of Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers, who in 1962 attempted a daring escape by constructing makeshift rafts from prison mattresses. Despite the treacherous conditions, Morris and the Anglins were never found, leading to speculation that they successfully escaped and vanished into the murky waters of the San Francisco Bay. Some believe their bodies may rest beneath the cold waves, forever trapped in the murky depths. Others claim the trio actually made it to freedom, living out their remaining days under assumed identities. The mystery surrounding their fate has only deepened over time, leaving us to wonder if we'll ever know the truth behind their disappearance. But Alcatraz isn't the only prison haunted by tragic tales of escape and despair. Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, opened its doors in 1829 as the world's first true prison, a place designed to separate inmates from society as an experiment in rehabilitation. It became infamous for its harsh conditions and cruel practices, including solitary confinement, which left many prisoners mentally scarred and desperate for release. One such inmate was bank robber H.M. Stewart, who in 1913 attempted a daring escape with fellow prisoner William Johnson. Their plan involved digging through the walls of their cell using a saw and a hammer until they created a hole just big enough to squeeze through. Once outside, they fled across the prison yard, scaled the outer wall, and disappeared into the night. Despite a massive manhunt, Stewart and Johnson were never found, becoming legendary figures in prison break lore. Today, visitors to Eastern State Penitentiary report hearing strange noises and seeing apparitions that may be the spirits of Stewart, Johnson, and other restless inmates seeking to escape not only the prison walls, but also the bonds of the mortal realm itself. Our final chilling destination is the Ohio State Reformatory in Mansfield, Ohio, constructed in 1886 as a progressive prison offering inmates the chance to earn their freedom through good behavior and hard work. But the reformatory soon gained a reputation for its brutal regime and inhumane treatment of prisoners. Inmates were subjected to hard labor, solitary confinement, and floggings, which left many physically and mentally scarred. One of the most disturbing aspects of the reformatory was its execution chamber, where prisoners were put to death by hanging. The chamber was designed to be as terrifying as possible, with spectators able to watch the executions from a gallery above. The ghost of one particular inmate, a man named John Ruthroff, is said to haunt the execution chamber. On January 9, 1934, Ruthroff was convicted of raping a woman in a farmhouse and sentenced to death. When he arrived at the reformatory, rumors swirled that he had confessed to a string of other crimes, including burglary and larceny. But Ruthroff maintained his innocence, claiming he'd been framed by the police. On February 13, 1934, his attorney filed an appeal, but it was denied, and Ruthroff was led to the execution chamber. As the noose was placed around his neck, he cried out, "I am innocent. They have done me wrong." After several dramatic drops, he was pronounced dead at 10:55 p.m. Visitors to the reformatory have reported hearing the sound of footsteps and chains dragging, as well as feeling a cold spot in the execution chamber. Some have even claimed to see the ghost of John Ruthroff, forever reliving his final moments in the shadow of the gallows. As we conclude our exploration of these haunted prisons, we're left with a profound sense of the darkness that once filled these now silent halls. The specters of those unjustly condemned, violently imprisoned, or brutally executed continue to linger within these decaying walls, forever seeking solace or perhaps vengeance. Their stories serve as chilling reminders of humanity's capacity for both great cruelty and unwavering hope in the face of despair. And while their physical presence may be gone, their tormented spirits continue to walk among us, whispering their tales to those who dare to listen. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the darkest corners of America's oldest prisons. If you enjoyed this episode, please show your support. Until next time, may you find peace in the light, and may you never wander too far into the shadows.